Imagine for a moment that money is not a struggle, not a chase, not a battle, but a living, breathing energy that eagerly flows toward you when your mind is open and your heart is ready. Picture abundance as a vast river, waiting for you to step into its current, waiting for you to claim your rightful portion of prosperity. Today, you will awaken to the truth that wealth is not earned by force, but magnetized by your thoughts, your words, and the invisible law that governs the universe. Right now, you are about to release old fears, dissolve every doubt, and open yourself to a deep, unstoppable flow of money, opportunity, and freedom. Your mind is the key, and your heart is the gate. Let us unlock them together and step boldly into a life where abundance is your constant companion. Wealth is not something that must be chased or forced. It is a living energy that responds to the vibration of your mind. The universe is abundant, overflowing with infinite resources, and it waits for those who are ready to receive. Every thought you hold, every word you speak, and every belief you carry acts like a magnet, attracting or repelling the flow of money. When your consciousness aligns with abundance, doors open effortlessly, opportunities appear where there seem to be none, and the invisible hand of providence guides your steps. Many live their entire lives unaware that prosperity is always available, thinking that money is scarce, hard to earn, or reserved for others. But the truth is, money is an obedient servant of the mind. It flows where it is wanted, where it is respected, and where it is received with faith and gratitude. Imagine a river flowing steadily and powerfully, carrying with it all that you desire. That river represents the unseen currents of wealth, waiting to deliver riches into your life. The key is to step into the stream with a heart free of fear and a mind clear of limitation. Every moment spent worrying, doubting, or resisting the flow of money creates invisible blockages. Each negative thought, each word of complaint, builds walls around you that prevent the abundance of the universe from reaching you. Yet, when you cultivate trust, when you embrace the certainty that there is more than enough, the barriers dissolve and the river of wealth surges toward you naturally. Understand that prosperity is not random. It is a reflection of your inner state. If your mind is full of lack, confusion, or worry, the world will reflect that same scarcity back to you. But if you nurture clarity, confidence, and expectation, the universe responds in kind. Money is drawn to those who think in terms of plenty, who act in faith, and who speak in affirmations of success. It is not simply about working harder or doing more. It is about tuning your consciousness to the rhythm of abundance. This alignment does not require struggle. It requires awareness. Every penny that comes to you is a messenger, reminding you that you are in harmony with the infinite supply. When you treat money as a cooperative partner rather than an adversary, it begins to move through your life with ease, creating opportunities that you could never have manufactured on your own. Wealth is not separate from you. It is a mirror of your consciousness. As you think, so it manifests. As you speak, so it appears. As you believe, so it becomes real. The invisible flow of abundance is always present, always faithful, always ready to answer the call of a mind that knows its power, a heart that expects prosperity, and a soul that welcomes the miraculous unfolding of fortune into every corner of life. Every limitation you have ever felt about money exists first in your mind. Scarcity, fear, doubt, and hesitation are not truths. They are beliefs, and like any belief, they can be changed. Many people carry invisible weights, old ideas inherited from family, culture, or past experiences that whisper, "You are not enough," or "Money is hard to come by." These subtle messages, repeated silently over the years, plant seeds of restriction that grow into barriers between you and the prosperity you deserve. The first step toward true wealth is recognizing that these beliefs are illusions, that they have no power over you except the power you grant them. Imagine walking through a room filled with invisible chains. Each one represents a limiting thought, a fear, a doubt. You may not see them, but you feel their weight pressing against your mind, your confidence, and your sense of possibility. The remarkable truth is that every chain can be broken by conscious awareness and deliberate action. When you shine the light of understanding on these blocks, they begin to dissolve. You realize that fear is nothing but a shadow, doubt is merely a trick of the mind, and scarcity is simply the absence of expectation. The moment you confront these beliefs, speak to them with authority, and refuse to accept them as true, you create a clear channel for abundance to flow. Affirmations, spoken with conviction, are powerful tools to replace limiting thoughts with liberating ones. Say to yourself, I release all fears about money. I am worthy of abundance. Prosperity flows to me effortlessly. Repeat these statements until they echo within your subconscious, reshaping the foundation of your mind. Visualization also plays a vital role. See yourself living in financial freedom, walking through life unburdened by lack, feeling the joy, security, and empowerment that come from knowing the universe is generous. The old beliefs will resist at first, whispering their familiar lies, but persistence in this mental reprogramming weakens their grip. You are re-educating your mind to recognize opportunity instead of limitation, potential instead of fear, and abundance instead of scarcity. Clearing limiting beliefs is not an instant event. It is a conscious, repeated practice, a daily cleansing of the mind to allow the natural flow of prosperity. Once these mental barriers are removed, life begins to respond differently. Doors that were previously invisible swing open. Ideas that seemed impossible now feel attainable, and financial blessings appear in ways you could never have engineered alone. You begin to understand that every block removed is a space created for wealth, and every belief transformed is a magnet pulling abundance into your life. As you clear these limitations, you not only change your relationship with money, you change your relationship with yourself, with your potential, and with the infinite abundance the universe has always been ready to give. The power to break free is within you. It has always been within you. All that is required is the courage to confront the old, the willingness to release it, and the faith to claim the prosperity that is your birthright. Your words are more than sounds. They are forces that shape the very fabric of your reality. Every statement you make, whether spoken aloud or silently in your mind, sends a signal to the universe, setting into motion the energies that will create your circumstances. If you speak with fear, doubt, or scarcity, you invite limitation into your life. But when you speak with faith, clarity, and expectation, you open the door to prosperity and abundance. Consider for a moment the incredible power you hold. A single declaration of confidence can transform hesitation into action, confusion into clarity, and lack into plenty. Affirmations are not mere platitudes, they are seeds planted deep within your subconscious mind. Repeated consistently, they grow roots, take hold, and blossom into tangible outcomes. To say, I am worthy of wealth, is not simply to utter words, it is to impress upon your mind the truth that the universe responds to. When your inner dialogue is aligned with abundance, money is drawn to you naturally, effortlessly, and consistently. The mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It responds to the images and sounds you feed it. By affirming prosperity, you create a vibrational match for wealth to appear in your life. Fearful statements such as I never have enough or money is so hard to get act as roadblocks, repelling opportunities before they even arrive. But positive, deliberate words act like magnets, calling forth circumstances, people, and resources that reflect the energy you project. Speak with authority, as if what you desire is already yours. Say, I am open to receive unlimited abundance. I am a magnet for wealth and prosperity. And watch how the universe rearranges itself to fulfill your declaration. The repetition of affirmations is key. The more you embed these truths into your consciousness, the more naturally they become your automatic way of thinking, your default mode of expectation. Alongside words, your feelings must align with your statements. Speak abundance with joy, gratitude, and conviction, and the universe mirrors that energy back to you. When you cultivate the habit of affirming what you desire, you are reprogramming your mind to see opportunity, recognize possibilities, and act in ways that invite prosperity. Your words are tools of creation, instruments of manifestation, and keys to unlocking doors that previously seemed closed. Every affirmation is a decree to the universe, a clear command that you are ready, deserving, and capable of receiving the wealth that is rightfully yours. There is no higher magic than this. The deliberate use of words to shape your life, the conscious choice to speak in alignment with your highest good, and the faith that what you declare will manifest. When you understand and wield this power, the invisible forces of the universe move on your behalf, money flows with grace, and your life transforms into a living testimony of abundance realized through the simple yet profound act of speaking what you wish to see become reality. Abundance is not something that happens by chance. It is magnetized by the state of your mind. The energy you carry, the vibrations you emit, and the thoughts you nurture act like a powerful magnet, drawing money, opportunities, and success directly to you. A mind steeped in fear, doubt, or lack will repel prosperity, no matter how hard you work, while a mind tuned to confidence, gratitude, and expectation becomes a beacon for limitless wealth. Consider for a moment how invisible energy governs every aspect of your life. Just as a compass needle is drawn to magnetic north, circumstances, people, and financial blessings are drawn to the person who radiates the energy of abundance. The magnetic mindset is not a skill or a trick. It is a natural state of alignment, cultivated by clarity, faith, and persistent focus. It begins with gratitude. When you recognize and give thanks for the wealth, opportunities, and blessings already present in your life, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive more. Gratitude opens the heart and expands the mind, creating a resonance that attracts abundance rather than chasing it. Generosity further amplifies your magnetic power. When you give freely, whether it is money, time, or service, you demonstrate trust in the law of circulation, and the universe responds by returning to you manifold. A mind focused on scarcity cannot hold onto prosperity, but a mind focused on generosity, positivity, and expectation becomes a natural attractor of wealth. Confidence is another pillar of the magnetic mindset. Know that you are worthy of prosperity and carry yourself with the certainty that money belongs to you as naturally as the air you breathe. Doubt and hesitation weaken your magnetic pull, while faith and expectation strengthen it. Visualization, too, is a vital tool. See yourself living the life you desire, feeling the joy, freedom, and empowerment of financial abundance as though it is already yours. The universe does not distinguish between imagination and reality. It responds to the energy and certainty you radiate. Persistent focus on your goals, combined with belief in your own deservingness, sends out a powerful signal that attracts the people, ideas, and resources you need. The magnetic mindset is an inner transformation that changes everything outside of you. It reshapes circumstances, aligns opportunities, and opens doors that were previously invisible. When your thoughts are consistent with abundance, your words express faith, and your heart radiates gratitude, the universe has no choice but to respond. Prosperity becomes effortless, flowing naturally into your life, not as a struggle or battle, but as a harmonious unfolding of your inner reality. The magnetic mindset is the secret to living in alignment with the infinite supply. Money, opportunity, and success do not merely appear. They are drawn to you because you have become a living magnet of abundance. When you embrace this state, every day becomes a field of possibility, and every step you take resonates with the invisible currents of wealth, bringing you closer to the life of freedom, security, and limitless prosperity that is your divine inheritance. Wealth is first created in the mind before it appears in the world. What you see, feel, and imagine with conviction impresses itself upon your subconscious, which in turn communicates with the infinite intelligence of the universe to bring it into form. Visualization is not daydreaming. It is a sacred act of creation, a deliberate alignment of your inner world with the outer reality you desire. Close your eyes and picture yourself living in complete financial freedom. See yourself walking through life unburdened by worry, with doors of opportunity opening effortlessly, money flowing freely, and blessings arriving from unexpected sources. Allow yourself to feel the emotions of this reality, the joy, the security, the excitement, and the satisfaction of knowing that you are fully supported by the limitless abundance of the universe. Your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality. It responds to the intensity of your belief. The more vividly you see and feel your desires as already accomplished, the stronger the magnetic signal you send to the universe. Inner knowing is the companion to visualization. It is the unwavering certainty that what you have imagined is already on its way. Doubt weakens manifestation, but knowing strengthens it. Trust is the bridge between thought and reality. When you believe with unwavering faith, your visualization becomes a command to the infinite, and the universe moves to make it real. The process requires not only imagination, but emotional immersion. It is not enough to picture yourself wealthy. You must experience it internally, as if it is happening now. This internal experience aligns your vibration with the energy of abundance and creates a resonance that draws the corresponding circumstances into your life. Often, people fail to manifest because they visualize superficially or without feeling. They imagine success as if it were a distant possibility rather than a present reality. By contrast, those who master inner knowing immerse themselves fully, impressing their subconscious mind with certainty and excitement. Affirmations, when combined with visualization, amplify the effect. Statements like "I am prosperous," "I am abundant," "I am financially free" echo the images in your mind and reinforce the belief that your desires are already fulfilled. Repetition strengthens the neural pathways in your brain, turning your imagination into a blueprint for reality. The universe is always responding to the energy you emit. When your thoughts are clear, your emotions aligned, and your knowing unwavering, you do not need to force or chase wealth. It comes naturally, effortlessly, and in perfect timing. Every opportunity, every encounter, every stroke of luck becomes a reflection of your inner vision. Visualization and inner knowing are not merely techniques. They are the language through which the universe communicates with you. When practiced consistently, they transform your reality, proving that what begins in the mind can indeed manifest in your life with clarity, grace, and miraculous abundance. The life of prosperity, freedom, and fulfillment that you desire is already yours. It only waits for the clarity, belief, and inner knowing to awaken it within you. Money is energy, and like any energy, it must flow. Stagnation, hoarding, and fear block its movement, creating lack where abundance should be. The universe operates according to laws that are both spiritual and practical, and one of the most important is the law of circulation. Just as the sun gives freely and the rivers flow without hesitation, money must move to grow. To hold tightly, to clutch out of fear or selfishness, is to resist the natural rhythm of prosperity. True abundance comes not from possession alone, but from the willingness to give, invest, and release with faith. When you allow money to circulate, you honor the universal principle that energy thrives when it is shared and multiplied. Giving is not a loss, it is an act of trust, a declaration that you believe in the infinite supply of the universe. The more freely you release, the more comes back to you, often in ways more magnificent than you could imagine. Resist the temptation to fear scarcity, for money is not a finite commodity. It is a living force that responds to your inner state. Gratitude for what you have, generosity in what you share, and trust in what is coming create a magnetic flow of wealth that cannot be resisted. Circulation is not limited to material giving. It includes sharing your time, your talents, and your wisdom. Every act of contribution sends a signal to the universe that abundance is your natural state. When you circulate freely, you align yourself with the divine rhythm, and the universe, in turn, mirrors your actions with blessings, opportunities, and financial growth. On the other hand, resistance, clinging to money out of fear, refusing to invest in your dreams, or hoarding resources, creates blockages that limit your prosperity. The energy stagnates, and you find yourself trapped in cycles of lack despite your efforts. But once you embrace the law of circulation, abundance flows naturally. You begin to notice that money comes to you through unexpected channels, that opportunities appear just when you need them, and that your life feels lighter, freer, and more expansive. Every dollar you release with faith multiplies, returning to you in forms often greater than what you have given. Understanding and practicing this law transforms your relationship with money. It shifts your focus from scarcity to trust, from fear to generosity, from holding to flowing. You begin to see wealth not as a possession, but as a river constantly moving, bringing life, opportunity, and joy wherever it goes. Your role is not to stop the flow, but to participate consciously, to give with an open heart and receive with gratitude. In doing so, you become a channel for the infinite abundance of the universe, and wealth is no longer a struggle. It becomes a divine rhythm, a natural dance of energy, circulating in harmony with your mind, your heart, and the world around you. True transformation of your financial life does not come from a single moment, a single thought, or a single declaration. It comes from persistent, deliberate, and consistent reprogramming of your mind and heart. Your subconscious is like fertile soil, holding every belief, every memory, and every expectation. To plant the seeds of abundance, you must water them daily with affirmations, visualization, gratitude, and unwavering faith. Repetition is the key. It is the constant reminder to your subconscious that prosperity is your natural state, that wealth is your birthright, and that limitation has no place in your life. Each day, you have the opportunity to rewrite the script you have been living, replacing old patterns of scarcity, doubt, and fear with new patterns of abundance, clarity, and confidence. It is through this persistent effort that the mind gradually shifts, that old resistance melts away, and that new pathways for wealth creation are formed. Consider how the river carves its path through rock, not in a single strike, but through constant, steady movement. So it is with your inner work. Every thought of faith, every word of affirmation, every vision of success chips away at the walls of limitation, opening channels for the abundance that has always been waiting for you. It is not enough to wish for prosperity occasionally. You must commit to a rhythm, a disciplined practice that ingrains the energy of wealth into your consciousness. Affirm daily that you are deserving, that money flows freely to you, and that you are aligned with the infinite supply of the universe. Visualize your goals as already accomplished. Feel the emotions of abundance as though they are present now, and repeat these practices until they become the natural operation of your mind. Resistance will arise. Old fears, doubts, and habits attempt to reassert themselves. But each time you choose persistence, each time you reaffirm your commitment, you strengthen the new patterns, weakening the old and planting the seeds of transformation ever more deeply. This is the process of inner reprogramming, a steady, conscious effort to align your thoughts, emotions, and expectations with the wealth you desire. Over time, what once felt impossible becomes inevitable. Scarcity becomes abundance, fear becomes confidence, limitation becomes opportunity. Your mind becomes a fertile ground where prosperity grows naturally and effortlessly. Persistent inner reprogramming is not a one-time event. It is a lifestyle, a daily practice of choosing thoughts that elevate, words that empower, and beliefs that magnetize wealth. When you embrace this process, you step into a new identity, A person who naturally attracts abundance, who thinks in terms of plenty, who acts in alignment with prosperity, and who experiences money as a flowing, cooperative force. Through dedication, repetition, and unwavering faith, you ingrain wealth into your consciousness, transforming not only your financial life, but your entire existence. The riches of the universe are yours, waiting for you to claim them through persistent, purposeful, and joyful inner work.